hey, if you're one of those who does not really like cooking, this is for you. If you're also interested in trying more meat-free meals, this is for you. What is this? This is In the Kitchen with Crystal, where we are doing vegetarian freezer meals that you can prep in advance, throw in the freezer, and throw in the slow cooker later when you are hungry, and it will still keep you on track and you're still going to love it. I am Crystal Taylor, the owner and CEO of Fitness is Not a Game, and welcome. So what are we going to make today? We are going to make 3 different meals in less than 30 minutes. Prep them. We're going to make some spicy black bean burgers. We're going to make a lentil soup, and we're going to make a veggie and quinoa soup. So because we are making freezer meals, you want to make sure that you start off by having some gallon-sized freezer bags and a Sharpie so that you can write on the bags what you're putting in here before you put them in the freezer. So let's do that first, shall we? As a matter of fact, before we do that, let's take a little sippy sip, because you know water is bang. And then we'll get started. So I said, first up, we are going to make spicy black bean burgers. And actually, these spicy black bean burgers, you can cook these as if you would cook regular burgers, whether you want to put them in the skillet on the stovetop, or you can also bake them. So we're going to put a spicy black bean burgers on here. We're going to put a lentil soup on here. Oh, and also what you want to do is date it so that you'll know when you actually prep these, because these are pretty good in the freezer up to about 3 months. So today is 3/15/2025, and for some of you, you might need to put the year on there because you mess around and have stuff in your freezer for years, especially if it's in the deep freezer. And the third one, we're going to do a quinoa and vegetable soup, right? So let me put that on here. Veggie, if I can spell. And if you don't know how to spell quinoa, look in the description. All right. Now, what we're also going to do, because we're making soups, we're prepping soups, we're not going to put everything in here, right? Since it's a soup, we're going to need something liquidy. So we're going to add broth to both of these. So before we put everything in here, because we don't want to have to write after the bag is full, I want you to go ahead and know that you're going to put on the veggie, the soup, the veggie quinoa soup, and the lentil soup, that you're going to add 6 cups of broth. Now, if you want to keep it completely vegetarian or vegan, then use a veggie broth. Me, I personally like to use a reduced sodium chicken broth, but you can use whatever broth you want. If you like beef broth, that works as well. So on here, we'll write add 6 cups broth. So that way you can leave it open to whatever type of broth you like. Just try to get a reduced sodium one, because of course we're trying to make healthier decisions every chance we get, right? So add 6 cups broth. And then what we're also going to add to both of these. So let me say, we're in the kitchen. I like to give you all easy ideas, quick and easy ideas to keep you happy with what you're eating, because I know that food is one of the biggest struggles that people have. So I want to remove all excuses, or as many excuses as we can. So that's why we're doing freezer prep, because you can just throw these in your slow cooker when you're ready, right? But also, these soups are using very similar ingredients, so that way it makes your shopping easier, and it also makes your meal prep easier. But we're going to play around with the different flavor palettes. All right, so I say that to say that with both of these, you're also going to add that in the last 15 minutes of cooking in the slow cooker, right on here, last 15 minutes, I want you to add 2 cups of spinach, if I can write and spell. And then you're also going to add the juice of 1 lemon. And that is for both of these soups. So last 15 minutes, because with the spinach, it doesn't take long to cook. That's why you don't want it in there the entire time, okay? So last 15 minutes, add 2 cups of spinach, and also juice of 1 lemon. Now, if you want to, before we get to adding the bags, adding the food in the bag, you see we're doing prep before we get into rolling, all right? Add on here for these lentil soups, slow cook, in case you're not sure how you're supposed to make it. You can put it on the stove top if you want to. Go ahead and burn your gas and keep having to stir it and keep your eye on it. When you throw in the slow cook, you get to set it and forget it, right? And with the slow cooker, you either want to do it on low for 4 to 6 hours. I'm sorry, high for 4 to 6 hours or low for 6 to 8 hours. Now with these black bean burgers, you can put on here if you want to, bake at 350. And I don't know what your oven is like, right? But it's typically about 10 minutes, or you can cook stovetop. All right, so now we did that part. We can put this maca away and we can get to going. So as I said, we're going to use some base ingredients in the soups. So let's do those two first because we can fill these bags at the same time. All right. So what we're going to do, let's go ahead and do some prepping. With both of these, we're going to use two, what are these? 2 carrots. I was about to say carrot sticks, but this is not a carrot stick. These are carrots. So we're going to need 4 carrots. And then, this is basically my bag. And we're also going to use 2 stalks of celery for both. So, this fancy got a little zipper on this head bag. And I looked up, y'all. I found these celery sticks that I already had the little part that we don't eat chopped off. And they were on the clearance. I was like, okay then. Because I wasn't going to buy them at first. Because I was like, I'd be doggone if I pay that much for some doggone celery. But then I saw it was on the clearance. Because we like saving money too, right? The price of everything going up. So I'm just putting these in here to range them off. Get these out the way. What do I do with all that? I like to move stuff out the way after I use because I don't have time to get cluttered. So I'm going to range these off. And then what we're going to do is we're going to dice these. So let me get my vegetable peeler. Grab my board. You get here and say, hey. Hi, girl. Hey, y'all. Hey. So I guess I can pull my bowl over here. Because I want to show y'all something too. I learned this. You got to thank the social medias, right? So most of us, we peel like this. But do you know it's supposed to shave back and forth? Look at that. Ain't that something? Goodness. I showed my brother who's a chef. And he was like, girl, what? I said, I know, bro. Who knew? I'm not at the edge because I still go the regular way. But let me know if you knew that you're supposed to shave it back and forth. That's why this thing on a swivel. Saving time. Look at that. All these years, I didn't learn that I was what? 45? Doing it wrong. All them doggone decades. Not even just years. Decades. So we're shaving our carrots so that we can get ready to dice them up. We're going to put 2 in each of these bags. So each soup is going to use 2 carrots and 2 stalks of celery. All right. Let me know if you're tracking so far. Oh, and from the 3 meals that we're going to make, the lentil soup, what's that? Quinoa and vegetable soup, and our spicy black bean burgers. Let me know which one you're excited about the most. I gotta say, now let me know if you like black bean burgers. I know some people act real funny with their burger, like don't call it a burger if it ain't got meat. They don't even want to mess with doggone turkey burgers. I'm like, come on now, y'all. We trying to make healthier decisions. Why is you fighting it? So I should have got my apron today, but I don't have it. But that's all right though. So we're gonna get these 2 bags, getting bags for both the soups, so that when I chop the carrots, I can just throw them straight in here. So I like to work with systems. Let me make sure. That's a shame. I gotta make sure we're getting about the same amount. Let me know if I'm on one like that. Cut these little booties off. Cut them booties off. And yeah, I guess I can. Oh, actually, to dice, I was about to say, I'm like, why is this looking fun? I cut half, then I cut the long way, and then it makes it easier to dice. Don't have to do as much cutting, right? doggone table moving around today. I thought I had the wheels locked, but obviously I do not. But guess who ain't about to go down there and do it? Me. Nope. Nope. And if you're here right now, say hey, let me know where you're watching from. If you're catching us on replay, do me a favor and type replay in the chat. And I would love to look at y'all while I'm talking to y'all, but I can't do that too much while I'm chopping, because what y'all not fixing to do is have a video to share of me on the socials with a chick cutting her hand in half, trying to talk advice. I keep telling y'all people, I am nowhere near a chef. I'm just a food enthusiast and a health enthusiast, right? I want y'all to make better decisions. So I come on here on Saturdays to share things that I found, some of my best tips and strategies to make sure that you stay on track, right? Because it's way too easy to get off track, all right? All right, so that is 2 carrots going in this right now. I'm working on the lentil soup. And if you know someone who does not like cooking, or someone who is pressed for time, or someone who has been thinking about or considering meat-free meals, but they weren't exactly sure what they should try, share this out. Tag them, all right? Sharing is caring. We want to help all the peoples. Help all the peoples. And if you just joined in now, I am Crystal Taylor, the owner and CEO of Fitness is Not a Game. You're in the kitchen with Crystal as we are prepping 3 vegetarian freezer meals. We're making 2 soups. We're making a lentil soup and we're making a quinoa and veggie soup. And then also we're making spicy black bean burgers. I like a good burger. That's why I tell people, if you come in and you see me eating a beef burger, that means I've had a day. And it's probably best that you either leave me alone or compliment me, tell me a joke or something, because I don't eat too much beef. So if my body is craving beef, that means I am stressed and or super duper tired, right? So either way, help your girl out. Don't judge. Help your girl. And if you see a burger with bacon, chat. All right. So right now I'm just dicing up carrots, because we're going to use 2 carrots in each of the soups. So since they're I guess the cleanest and the easiest, I'm prepping these first. That's one thing I learned from my chef friend Nina, to do the veggies. Well, actually, you're not using any meat, but really to like group what you're cutting together, so that you don't have to do. One of them escaped. That's all right. You don't have to do too much cleaning in between, because if you have been on here with me before, you know there are 2 things I'm gonna do. I'm gonna mess around and step off camera because I done forgot something, or I'm gonna have to clean and wash my hands 50 million times, because I can't stand dirt, y'all. I cannot. All right. So now we have our carrots done. And I'm gonna go ahead and leave that bag there and grab my celery stalks, as they say. Again, we are dicing these, so I'm just gonna do the same thing with cutting these down the middle and then dicing them that way. It's something about the crunch of doggone celery that I love. I love it. And it smells good too. I'm not a big fan of how stringy it can get when you just eat it by itself. But I do like it though. I will eat some celery. If I'm out and I get some buffalo wings, which I do love, I might crunch on my celery and my carrots when it comes with it. Why do they even put the celery and the carrots with wings? I don't know, but I guess it gives you a healthier version, healthier options to go with the wings. Now, how many of y'all just leave them over there and be like, give me them fries? All right, grab the other bag of soup. And y'all know when I'm here by myself, y'all just got to deal with my ramblings. And I ain't even got my music today. But that's all right, though. I like me. I crack me up. All right. Almost done cutting up this celery. And honestly, like these are like the longest things you gotta do, the most time you gotta give to prepping these. And you might be like, girl, you've been chopping for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's gonna go by fast after that. I sure hope. Right? Alright. Ooh. Come on, squinch in my face. Okay. Oh, that sounded disgusting. Oh, y'all gotta forgive me. You gotta forgive me, girl. Okay, so we got our carrots, we got our celery. What else is going to be uniform in each? We are putting cans. Let me move this out the way. Get you some cans of diced tomatoes. If you want to, you can get the flavored ones. I love a good fire roasted. I love a good onion and garlic. But I didn't see those, so get what you have, what you can find. And I was looking for a reduced sodium one too. Didn't see that either, but hey, it's tomatoes. So we're just gonna go ahead and you see why now we wrote on the bag prior to getting started, because once we start filling it up and get the juices in it like these here tomatoes, then it's gonna be hard to write off. So we gotta think ahead and plan. As they say, failing to plan is planning to fail. So I'm gonna put these cans of tomatoes in here. Bam, bam, bam. Be careful not to cut myself, like I said. It's all it takes for y'all to get y'all's giggles with me, right? And then what I tell you, I just told y'all something that's gonna happen. So I'm gonna forget something and have to step off the camera. But I'm still here though. I made to pull out my peppers, and the reason why my peppers were not already out is because something else I like to do for meal prep is whenever I buy peppers, I immediately cut them up and put them in freezer bags so that they're easy to work with. And I didn't want to pull them out and have them defrost, and I forgot. All right, so for each of these, well, actually for our veg and quinoa, because we do want this chunky, we're gonna put some bell pepper. So I'm just gonna mix them up. But if you are using a whole pepper, a regular pepper that's not already frozen like mine, oh, another trick too. Because they're frozen, if I chop them, they're gonna fly everywhere. So I run a little water over them just to soften them just a smidget to make them easier to chop. But as I was saying, if you're using a regular pepper, just about a whole pepper. All right. So I'm working on our veggie and quinoa soup right now because it is veggie. We're gonna load this thing up. All right. So chop these up, dice them again. See how quick these was? I'll tell you, if I hadn't done that, peppers would be flying everywhere. I had to learn that the hard way. See, again, I'm trying to school y'all and share with y'all the things that I've tried that can help you out in the future to make things easier. All right? That's why I'm here. I just like help. I just want to help. Just trying to help. All right, dicing up these. They look so good. All the clothes. If this is your first time with me, type a 1 in the chat. And forgive my goofiness. No, not for real. I don't make no apologies for who I am. That cracked me up. Entertain myself. All right, that's actually probably more than a pepper, but that's all right though. That's the lentil soup. Yeah, then grab my veggie and quinoa. I'm gonna throw these up in here. Another veggie we're gonna throw up in here. We're gonna throw some zucchini. Oh, actually, let me cut up some more peppers because I believe I'm gonna put some in my doggone. Let's see, do I want some in here? In the lentil soup? Nah, we're just gonna do that. And we're gonna use these peppers for the burger. All right. So let's keep working on this veggie quinoa soup. Now we're gonna dice up a zucchini, whatever size you like. We got a medium-sized one. Cut off the booties. Dice this up the same way we did with the other veggies. Half, half, half. Well, actually, I'm gonna third this one. This is a nice fat zucchini. And the thing about zucchini, you don't even have to make it too thin because zucchini is water-based, so it cooks down very quickly, and it can get pretty small and like watery because it's water-based. So you might want to make them a little, well, depending on how, some people are big on textures. If you want it chunky, then I'll say make them a little bit bigger. If you just want like the flavor of and just some extra to it, then you don't have to make them as big as I made mine. All right. So let's see. Next up, of course, we gotta get some quinoa because it's quinoa. But we're gonna do for both. We ain't cooking nothing without some garlic. Garlic, they say. Get both our bags over here. And I'll go through the list of what we're putting in each. If you follow along with me, follow along. Keep up. As Bruno said, keep up. Child, thought I pulled out my garlic. I did. I'm like, I know I pulled out that doggone garlic. Goodness. All right. So for our, let me keep that for the dry stuff. We're going to get us a tablespoon. So for our veggie and quinoa, we're going to do, if you have garlic, the whole cloves, go ahead and use that. We're going to do 3, because I'm just using 3 tablespoons. For our lentil soup, we are going to use about 1. Why not? Right? Just because I just like garlic. All right. Yeah. A little smidgen more. Put this over here so I can use it again. I think we might be done with garlic, but we're going to leave it over here. So, all right. It's crazy. My eyes are starting to water. Just as it is time for us to dice up some onions. Y'all keep it up. Let me know if you track it. I know I might be moving a little too fast, a little fast. I'm moving too fast. Hey, Crystal, slow it down. So, y'all know I told y'all this is real deal. I'll show y'all the stuff I use in my kitchen. So, I'm going to use up this here onion I already had. But I'm going to slice up another one too. Because we're going to use it. I'm sure there's still some good onion on there. There's still some good onion on there. Uh-oh. What I'm not about to do is cry on here cutting up onions. Ooh. But I'm dicing up this onion. And I'm going to dice up another onion. Then we're going to split these things up. Because we're going to use onion in our black bean burger. We're going to use it. We're going to use it in our lentil soup. And that's about it. All right. So we're going to split it between those two. But let me go ahead and cut up another onion. Because for this lentil soup, we're going to use a nice amount of onion. And if you wonder what I'm doing, I got a bowl I'm using in my sink for garbage, so that way I don't have to keep walking back and forth. Just do it all at the same doggone time. At the same time. All right. And slice up our onion so we can dice it. And I'm using the whole onion for this because it's not that big. Now, if you have a big onion, then you probably can make both of these with just 1 onion. But I wanted a little bit more because we need some for the black bean burger too. Get that off of here. All right. Dice these up. That's one thing about onion. Doggone skins be all over the place. No matter, like, I keep them in the pantry. Doggone skin be all over the shelf. And then, Lord, you pull it out, the skin be all over the floor. It's like, goodness. It's like glitter. It just comes out from nowhere and won't go away. Jeez. All right. So we are going, so look at that. There it is again. All right. So from this, we are going to reserve about half a cup of this onion for, I guess I put it in here. half a cup of onion for the black bean burgers. And that's why we dice them up. That's about half a cup. And then the rest we're going to put in this here lentil soup. Add a lot of flavor. Ooh, come on. That garlic, the onion, the celery, the tomatoes. There we go. Get that onion all up in there. All right. So, most part that is ready. Now we're going to add the base of these, and then we're going to season them up. All right. So, for our quinoa soup, of course, we're going to use some quinoa, but you want to use about a cup of quinoa. Make sure it is rinsed off. And I'm going to put the cup in here. Rinse it. And we're going to do the same for our lentil soup. But for the lentil soup, we're going to use about a cup and a half of the lentils. And you can use the brown or green, whichever one you like. I think I have, what do I have? I have the green one. That little brown, but whatever. All right, so veggie quinoa soup. I don't want to drop this everywhere, so I'm going to drop this quinoa in here. Now, when I tell y'all this smells so doggone good. And then we are going to get our cup and a half of lentils. Do the same thing, range them. There's one. Well, those are half a cup, y'all. I know how to measure, I know how to count. Do us a good quick range. And then we're just going to add some seasonings to this. And then you can do whatever you want. Rye, whichever one you want. Actually, yeah, that's all right. That's about right. All right. So now we got our lentils rinsed off. Drop this up in here. Bam, bam, bam. All right. So if you come in, you're like, what we got going? We are making veggie and quinoa soup prep. We are making a lentil soup prep. We just added, so in here in the lentil soup, we have 2 carrots, 2 stalks of celery, a can of diced tomatoes. We put a little bit of garlic in here. We put a cup and a half of lentils. We chopped up an entire onion and put that in here. In the quinoa and veggie, we did a whole bell pepper, a whole zucchini, 2 carrots, 2 stalks of celery, a can of diced tomatoes, 3 tablespoons of garlic, and then a cup of quinoa. You're going to add, when it's time to cook it, you're going to add 6 cups of broth to both of these. And then the last 15 minutes of each, you're going to add 2 cups of spinach. And you're also going to add juice of 1 lemon. All right. So now let's play around with some seasonings. Shall we? You know, I don't really like to measure. So you do what you're going to do. So I'm gonna play around with these, and actually I think I'm gonna grab some more. Told y'all I'll be I'll be calling audibles. Like, you know what? Let me see what else I want. I like to play around with the things because why not? Right? Oh, I already had some oregano. Okay then. All right. So I'm gonna add some oregano to both. Until my ancestors tell me, baby girl, that's enough. Because remember, you're going to put 6 cups of broth in it. So you do want to have it seasoned. You don't want your food bland. All right. Now, play around with the same flavor palettes, the seasoning palette, profiles. That's the word. For both. Oh, that thyme smells good. I'll just add a little thyme. Already got some oregano. Let's add a little basil. Because why not? It's funny because the only one that's truly distinct to me is rosemary. I really don't know what all these things do, but I be having fun playing around with it because you should, right? Just a little parsley, because why not? I see parsley on stuff. I'm like, let's go ahead and add some of that. And then just because I like a little peppery flavor, I use my table blend of my no salt seasoning because it's more pepper heavy, right? And then the last thing we're going to add to each of these is 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. And then we are done with those. And we're going to have fun making these burgers real quick. Oh, this smells so doggone good. My goodness. As me and my friends say, grilled cheeses. Shout out to my Shady Bang. All right, so now we're going to close these up. We're going to massage them so these flavors get married to each other. Actually, let me loosen that up. Let me loosen up a little bit. And then we'll let the air out. Loosen that up. We're going to play with each other. And I love making these because all you got to do is just lay them flat in the freezer and stack them. Or because there's not that much in here right now, you can actually roll them up and stack them that way too. But you want to get all the air out because it keeps them fresher longer and it decreases the chances of freezer burn. All right. So, and then, did I say the last one? I think so. I think so. Minimum friend, don't judge me, judge my hormones. It's all played around with. Ooh, this smells so good. That's 2 of them. And they are done. All right. And just get all this air out. And just like that, 2 of them are done. I know we're like right after 30 minutes, but these black beans are going to be quick and easy. So now let's pull this out to the side. And because it's black bean, of course, we need to have some black bean. We're going to use 2 cans of these, and we're going to ranch them off, get all the extra gook off of it. Get that gook off. Oh, get me a good sized bowl, because we're going to get to smash them up a little bit. Ranch. I think the bowl I want is in here. And it is. Oh, y'all think something wrong with me. That's what happens when you leave me to my own. All right, get this second can. And I'll make it enough for about 6 burgers. So if you don't want to make this many, that's fine. But the reason why I'm making 6 burgers is because you can always have some left over. That's the whole thing with meal prep. It's not about prepping a whole bunch of meals. It's just about being prepared for the future. So when you prep these, just like you buy them at 6 to 8 at the store, now you have 6 to 8 in your house. All right. So get your masher. Now you can mash with a fork if you want to, but I got a little potato masher that I like. Got it from my mommy. It's crazy. Every time I look at it, I'm like, I've had this thing for so long. I think she gave me this thing when I moved out to college, which was a long time ago. That's so crazy to know. Right? Like, what was it, last year? Went to breakfast with one of my old Army buddies. We were just sitting around talking, and I was telling him about my class reunion that was coming up. And I said something about it being my 20th class reunion. And he stopped and looked at me. He said, and I was like, why you looking at me like that? And I said, oh, shoot. This 30 years, huh? He said, yeah, I was sitting there thinking, like, I know I've known her for more than 20 years. I was like, dang. Child, don't be playing. Look, this masher makes it so easy. Y'all see how them beans getting all mashed up? All right, so this is good because we're going to make patties with these. All right, so to also add to the depth of them, what else are we going to add? I like all my stuff. All right, we're going to get us some oats. I don't think I need to chop it. Oh, I'm going to cut up some more bell peppers. Might need my bigger bowl. Let me get my bigger bowl, shall we? Y'all ready? It's been a minute. I ain't really got nothing from down here. Because I want to be able to mix this thing up. Good. So let me transfer. Actually, yeah. Transfer these on over. Ooh, they thick. They thick with it. They thick like I think I am. Look, when I tell you my friends are disrespectful, every time I call myself thick, they be like, you're not thick. I'm like, yes, I am. Thick like cold peanut butter. I'm like, no matter. I want to be thick so bad. Especially when I fly, y'all. Can I tell y'all, when I be on the plane, I get bullied. Everybody be man spreading next to me, whether they men or not. Nobody respect me on the plane. Okay. So we're going to do us 3/4 cups there we go, of our oats. We're going to add to it. Then what we're also going to do, we're going to get those onions that we already prepped. Throw these up in here. Open her. We're going to get us some garlic. That's about 2 tablespoons of it. Look. Two of those. Then, because it is spicy, we're going to add some paprika, some chili powder, some cumin to add all these flavors. So, paprika, as much as your ancestors tell you to, how spicy do you want it? My ancestors know I like spicy. Uh-oh, that's a new one. Okay, then. Open that up. Goodness. And with these burgers, when you make them just like you would any other burger, right? Get you a good, nice bone. Get you some, my mess will go ahead and just pour this on here. Oh, there we go. Okay, then. My ancestors say, girl, go for it. You know, add chili, but season it up like you would. Get you a good little low-fat mayo, some tomatoes, some spinach, some red onion. Come on, cumin. Sometimes it smells so good to me. Sometimes it smells like a musty little boy. All right, I said the last thing we got to chop up. Let me get some more of these here big bell peppers. So for whipping bell peppers, we don't need as much. We're just going to use about 1/2 cup. You use the colors, again, whatever colors you want. About 1/2. Good. Again, the tip is to run them under a little bit of water to make them easier to chop. I'm going to dice these up. Because they're going in the burgers now. Now, somebody may have just said, look, thought about it, bell peppers in a burger. Y'all, if y'all don't know that reference, you too young for me, or you are just a stick in the mud, you're not cool enough. But yes, we got bell peppers and onions in our burgers. That's what we doing. Look. You didn't have no McDonald's. Woo! Oh my goodness, I be having too much fun by myself. All right, dice these up. And if you don't, do me a favor and drop the link to that clip in the comments, because that is hilarious to me. All right, so we're gonna add these peppers in here real quick, and then with the other binder to get these patties to stick, you can do 2 things. If you want, you can make it with an egg, or if you truly want it to be vegan, you can use flaxseed and some water. So I'm gonna play around with this and make it completely vegan. Add a little flaxseed. Don't get that asking questions again. Add a little flaxseed. And then we're gonna add a little water. We're gonna stir this around. Let me see, because I don't want to mess around and put it up under the thing. Next thing you know, it's full of. So we're gonna do about equal part flaxseed water. All right. So now we got our burgers. All right. We'll mix these on up. It smells so good. So good. And then for these, I want you to get you some parchment paper. So that you wax paper, so that when you make these patties, you can put it on the paper, keep them separated, and then we're gonna do the same thing with putting them in the bag and putting them in the freezer. Then that way, when you're ready to eat them, you have your own homemade spicy black bean burgers that you ain't have to go to the store to get. You save a lot of calories. You still get your protein, getting a lot of fiber. All of those things are good, good, good. All right. And, you know, this is the thing. I talked to you all about making better choices as much as you can, right? So I'm not going to tell you not to put any cheese on here or anything like that. You heard me say get a low fat mayo or something. Do the same thing with your cheese. But the thing about it is that if you use the cheese that you really like, you know what, Crystal, I really like sharp cheddar. That's what I like on my burgers. You're making such a healthier decision. So many different added healthier options in here, I should say, that it's a balance, right? You can't pick all the struggles. So the fact that you're doing black bean as opposed to beef that can have all the extra fat in it, I'm okay. I'm actually happy about that. All right. So if you say, you know what, I'm gonna splurge with my cheese, go for it. All right. So I'm just wiping off that moisture. I'm gonna put down. I just cut them up into little squares. Put down my little parchment paper, and I said it's supposed to make 6, but it depends on the size of burger you want. Right. So decide what size you want. Make them into a little patty. I can do a little bigger than that. And that's the cool thing too. These are not like beef and all that stuff where they're going to shrink down a lot. It's beans, baby. All right. Make that patty. Bam. Put another piece of parchment paper in between. Uh-oh. Whoop. Let's see how many I've made since I done dropped some parchment paper. What I'm not fixing to do is pick that up and put it on my burgers. All right. Ooh, they're nice. They're gonna be nice and hard. And with these, when you're ready to cook them, you can either bake them in the oven 350, or I know y'all lying. Stop it. Look, messing with my flow. Or you can use a little bit of olive oil and put them on the stove. All right, nice hearty burgers too. Now I got to get some more doggone parchment paper, but I'm gonna do that when we done here, because I'm just show y'all the rest of what I got here. Lay it in the bag for you so you can see. See how we're just stacking those up? Got parchment paper in there. I'm gonna wash my hands, and I'm gonna show you the final results. You know, we went a little long today, but still, in less than 45 minutes, you were able to prep 3 doggone meals that are going to be good and keep you on track, because that's the goal, right? So then when you finish these, you see I put parchment paper at the bottom and the top. And that's 3, and I'm just make 3 more next time. Well, when I get off of here with y'all, just place that in the bag, lay it flat, press out the air, put it in the freezer. So in less than 45 minutes, we have prepped, let me get this out the way. We made us a veggie and quinoa soup. Well, we prepped the veggie and quinoa soup. We also prepped a lentil soup and also spicy black bean burgers. So with that, I'm gonna let y'all go. But y'all want to see. So see, can you see the layers? I don't know if you can see the layers, but we have all 3 ready to go 45 minutes. All right. So hope you enjoyed it. Let me know when you try these. Tag me. Let me know what you think about it. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this segment, because I did. I can't wait to try these, because I still love a little soup girl. I'm a soup girl. I know the weather's breaking a little bit, but here in Chicago, that was fake. We had 80 yesterday. It's going to snow tomorrow. So pull out one of these soups. So hope you enjoyed this segment. I am Crystal Taylor, the owner and CEO of Fitness is Not a Game. You have been in the kitchen with Crystal, where we made 3 vegetarian freezer meals that you can pop in your freezer and then pop in your slow cooker or oven when you are ready to eat, and you'll keep on track with your goals. So with that being said, have an amazing rest of your day. If you have to go outside, please be safe. So I just want you